Good evening, it's Monday. It is after work. I am in my car. I'm parked up. I've got my warm coat and hat on because it's a little bit chilly. And I am about to go for a walk by an old castle ruin that has been somewhere I've absolutely loved to walk throughout many, many years of my childhood, and haven't done it since I've been back yet because busy. And I thought I would take you along on the journey today to start off the week on Monday, because Mondays are just a bit meh, so I thought I'd give myself something to look forward to. So, going to be walking up. I don't know if you can see, you can't really see anything behind me. I'll show you in a minute. I've had a full day at work. I've been reading Mexican Gothic over the weekend, which I will talk with you more about later / tomorrow, because now is the time for a nice autumnal walk. So, please enjoy this amazing castle ruin. You can't go inside the castle, but you can like walk around all the edge of it. You'll see when I get up there, but I absolutely love it, and this is somewhere that I came quite regularly as a kid and as a young adult as well, so it's nice to be back. But yes, welcome to Wednesday. God, that's wishful thinking, isn't it? Welcome to Monday. Here is another weekly reading vlog. One of the things I distinctly remember when I used to come here as a kid is that there was a Japanese garden within the grounds of the golf course that are attached to the bottom of the castle hill area. Now, the last time I came here, the Japanese gardens were completely overgrown, no one had taken care of them, and it was locked to the public. I'm pretty sure it's still locked to the public, but I wonder if they've been groomed a little bit more since the last time I came, because they were so beautiful. They were completely magical. There was carp, there were little lakes, well, not lakes, very, very small ponds, and my mum actually helped with the opening of it because it was all for a local arts and culture link with the hotel that had resources in Japan, so it was like a little link between the two, and it was really lovely. And I'm approaching it now. Do you know what? It's kind of still there. There's a padlock on the door, but hang on, let me show you. So there was a little pond in here, and there were stepping stones over it, and then there's this little kind of yard area. The yard doesn't sound very magical, does it? And around there you can just about see the tip of the little house that was in there that I believe is now a guest house for people to stay at. So that was always pretty magical. But yeah, my mum told me the other day that she used to work at this place where dealt with all like the arts and creative things that were happening in the town, and that was linked in with it, and she was talking to me about the opening of it and how it was all linked with the hotel, and it was really exciting and amazing, and I'd love to have seen that. But this is a really, really lovely walk, and it's nice to be back in this kind of area. It feels so autumnal. The leaves, the trees. I should probably show you what I'm looking at right now because it's just like the perfect autumn stretch. Look at that. Beautiful. You've got a little bridge in the distance. Stunning. This whole area is basically a golf course that is at the bottom of this castle that leads into the edge of where I used to live, where I would consider like my family home, where I lived the longest. So we would be able to walk around here. Like, this was literally like a 5-minute walk from our house. I could walk here from where I live now, but it would probably take about 20 to 30 minutes to get here, and then obviously I want to walk around the area, so I drove today. But it's just so beautiful. I love the colours like this. The other day I had my sunglasses on and they were putting an orange filter on everything, and when I looked up it wasn't nearly as orange, whereas now it actually looks like the filter that was on my sunglasses. And it's just really lovely, so it makes me feel happy. This is a nice way to brighten up a Friday. So yeah, here we are. What do we think? Isn't it beautiful? Just enjoy to walk around nature, talking to a video camera. There's actually a little hut up here, I think, if I remember rightly, that has a little, I think it was like a fishing area, but you have a really lovely view of the river, so I'm gonna go see if that's still there. I think I've accidentally formed a congregation of swans. I'm just gonna slowly walk away from that so they don't chase me. This is the little place I was talking about that seems to be also shut off. But you used to be able to sit in here and look at all the lovely views. Oh god, there's so many stinging nettles. I love the sound of running water. Oh, so calming. Hello and welcome to my lounge floor. We're sat here today because I need to give you an update and I haven't really found an actual stationary place to do these kind of things. So this is what we're doing for now. This is just how it is right now. I need to find out where I'm actually going to start filming videos. I pre-filmed all my videos just so if I was moving later I was covered, and I've now got my last one going out this Saturday, so I have to remember how to film videos that aren't vlogs. Obviously I've not pre-filmed my vlogs, but just my brain is gonna have to come up with some more ideas, but that's fine because then it's Halloween, so I can do some Halloween-y themed thing. I don't really know what that's gonna be, but right now it is Tuesday. It is about lunchtime. I'm very excited to have a baguette with some cheese, I think, and some crisps and some gherkins, and then some chocolate, because my work sent us all this huge box of chocolates that just contains every chocolate bar you could think of, and they also sent us advent calendars, and I was like, this is a lot of food. So just anyone that comes around my flat now is gonna leave with like 10 chocolate bars, I feel. But anyway, I'm taken care of there. I thought I would sit down and give you a quick reading update because yesterday I was obviously at the castle, walking around, having a really lovely autumnal walk, but I didn't really talk about books, if at all. I don't think I talked about books at all. But I am reading 2 books and I'm really enjoying them both, so I thought I would tell you what they are properly and be able to talk about them. The first book that I'm reading is Mexican Gothic. This is fantastic. It is a gothic horror set in the 50s in Mexico. It follows our main character, Noemi, who receives a disturbing letter from her cousin. Her cousin says that she is basically really not feeling very well. She's seeing things. She seems to be quite mentally ill, and she has just married this new guy who lives in this very big, very grand house. And the cousin is basically really distressed. So our main character is sent by her dad to go and see what the hell's happening. Does she need to come home, go to a psychiatrist? What is going on? So she goes and does that, and then just kind of gets caught up into the weirdness of this house. I am not too far in. I'm about 100 pages in, so I don't yet know what path this is going to take exactly, but I assume the house is haunted. There's definitely been some nods towards that kind of thing. But as a gothic horror, this works beautifully. We've got this ancient, decrepit house among settings such as mist, graveyards, isolation. It is everything that a gothic horror needs to a T. So for this kind of October season, this is a really, really good book. I'm really glad I picked it up now, because if you watched my last reading vlog, you'll know I was reading A Song of Wraiths and Ruin for a long time. not for any want of enjoying it. I really, really enjoyed it. However, when I was moving and stuff, it just wasn't in my head to pick up a book. So now I'm back on it, and this is what I'm reading. I read it, I started it on Sunday, I think, Saturday night. So I'm not exactly back, but I think that that's something to do with the fact that in the evenings now, my routine has been completely thrown. Obviously, when I was living at home, I had a routine. Well, not a routine, but like, there was just, we did our evenings together. We sat down, we watched stuff on TV. I would go upstairs and read. After that, like at around 10, and then I would go to bed. It didn't have to happen like that, but that was just kind of the way that things worked, which was fine. And now I am living on my own, and I've got nobody's way of life that I have to follow, and it's just me. So suddenly I'm like, I can just watch TV for hours in the evening. I don't have to go upstairs. I mean, it just, there's not even an upstairs, it's a flat. But basically my family would all go up to bed at around 10, and I would just kind of go up to my room around that time and just sit and read. So I wasn't going to bed at that time, but I kind of took them going upstairs as a prompt for me to go, because I didn't want to shut the dog up, if I'm being completely honest. But now I don't have to do anything like that. So it goes past 10 and I'm like, I'm still sat on the sofa. It's past 11, I'm still on the sofa. It's past 12, I'm gonna hate myself in the morning, but I'm still on the sofa. This has also resulted in me being really tired because I keep going to bed super late and waking up at a normal time for work, which is like 7:20. So, But anyway, books have been read now because I'm getting back into a routine. So I'm trying to turn the TV off and read after a certain point, but also like read when I can in the mornings or in my lunch break. It's very weird. Completely all of my time is now my own, which is a very strange feeling. So I'm just getting used to that. The other book I am currently reading is The Fellowship of the Ring. This is the first of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This follows on from The Hobbit, which was our book for September for the Tolkien Along, which is a read-along I am hosting with Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction, and Lauren is our moderator from Fiction Tea. This is, of course, very well known, very well loved. This is my second time reading this. However, I feel like I can't remember much of the smaller details that are in this. I'm not crazy far in, and yeah, I'm still using my ruler and my pen as a bookmark. I am at page 79. I think that's wrong. I was listening along last night and forgot to move my page count forward. Okay, 86. Whew. And I am really enjoying this so far. I've got this much left to go before the end of the month, so I kind of need to pick it up a little bit. But I have been listening to this via audiobook whenever I've been driving around, which has been a lot the past week because I went home at the weekend and then I did a bit of driving around yesterday and the day before, so that was quite nice to have that playing. I'm not the biggest fan of Rob Inglis as an audiobook narrator. I preferred The Hobbit narration by Andy Serkis, but I'm not that opposed to it. He kind of reminds me of an old radio show presenter. I'm definitely really enjoying it. I thought it would be more daunting, and I've read this one before, so I definitely had it in my head that it was going to be much more daunting than it actually ended up being. So this is going really well. This is going really well. They're both going really well. If I could finish one in the next few days, which is probably going to be this one rather than this one, then I'm actually on track to read a little bit more because, yeah, I've only read one book in October, which is not good because October is a month I really want to read lots in because Halloween and spooky season, and I thought I would read lots because I'm on my own, but it turns out that's the reason I'm not reading lots. So I need to sort out my priorities of reading and just get that sorted really. But got some new stuff that I wanted to show you. I got two new things. Well, one of them contains three things, but plants and bedding. It's all very exciting now that I'm a homeowner. The bedding arrived this morning and I ordered it from FY, which is a site I keep seeing as an ad, and I'm always wary of ad sites in case they're just like really crappy and not that good or scammy. And this is not a scam, it's really good. And I'm really excited, so I'm going to show you what I got. It's the duvet cover. Hang on, I'll go get it. Look, it's the duvet cover. This, I can't, I'm sat on my feet. Hang on. This is a brushed cotton double duvet cover. The fact that it's brushed cotton very much excited me. I always try and have a cotton duvet cover because it's meant to help you breathe better in bed, like your skin, not your lungs. And brushed cotton, I bought a set of brushed cotton duvet sheets things. I bought some brushed cotton duvet sheets for Christmas last year, like Christmas themed, and it was the first pair of brushed cotton I had, and oh my god, if you've not had the luxury of brushed cotton sheets, oh my god, I would recommend it. It is so comfy and warm, and it's just like a freaking towel. Anyway, didn't realise these were brushed cotton. I just thought they were cotton. and then I got them out and stroked them, and they're so soft, so I'm very excited. But they are reversible. You probably don't care at all about this, but it's homeware content now. That's what we do here as well as books. This is the picture, can you see it? They're reversible, so one side we've got like this white with yellow in it, and then the other side is like the full mustard. I'm probably going to do it as it does it in there. That's kind of similar to what I have at the moment. I didn't realise it would have this blue in it as well, which actually works quite well because my bedroom is blue. So I'm going to wait until my washer dryer arrives on Thursday, and then I'm going to wash these, and then I'm going to put them on my bed, which is very exciting. I like the fact that the background picture has fairy lights on it as well. It's making me think I need a wooden framed bed rather than a white bed. My bed is wood, but it's like white wood, and I feel like I want a brown wood to make it more cosy. But I've got lots of fairy lights. So here's my bed sheets. Also going to show you the plants, but I'm going to pick you up and take you to the plants. I went to the garden shop. What am I doing here? I got 3 plants. That's what I'm doing here. I went to the garden shop, garden centre, near where my home. Again, yes, this is home, but I still think of where I lived before as home as well. Anyway, I went home at the weekend. Oh, it's so confusing. And my mum and I went out to our garden centre that is nearby. It's such a lovely indie garden centre, and honestly it's just so nice. So we went in there and I bought some plants because I was going to do an order from Patch Plants, but I wasn't entirely sure on the 3rd plant I wanted. So went in and ended up finding all the plants I was going to get from Patch Plants anyway, and I thought it would be nice to support the local garden centre. I love supporting Patch Plants as well, but I both enjoy garden centres and Patch Plants, but given that they were right there in front of me, I went for it. I'm going to show you what I went for, and I'm not going to give you the names. Oh no, I think I do know the names. I can give you the names. I was about to say I can't remember them. Let's go and see them. This is my first one, which I think is called a Caletheia. This is totally amazing leaves. I did not go in looking for this one. I went in looking for one similar that I'll show you in a minute. But I had this pot that I needed to fill, and I really wanted to get something cool to put in it. And I've never seen one like this before in the garden centre because they change their stock so regularly. So absolutely loving this, just trying to get you those arty shots. But it's a perfect size, so it's on my little, I know this is a TBR trolley, but it's currently Ava's trolley. It's got the kids' books on it that she can read when she comes around. So that's one. I'm very excited by this one. This is number 2. This is another Caletheia, or whatever it's called. This is what I wanted. Sorry if it's echoing in the bathroom. It's also a mess in here because I'm in the middle of getting it renovated. Anyway, this one closes up at night, so all the leaves, what am I doing? All the leaves go up. I don't know. I haven't actually seen it happen yet because I keep forgetting to come and look. Do they do what this one's doing, or is that just a new leaf? My camera's not enjoying how dark it is in here. But I wanted this one. This is specifically what I wanted, and they only had a giant one, and then I just found this one tucked away, so it's like, yes, mine. So I'm very happy about this because I think the purple and the green goes really well in here when it's done properly, because at the moment it is a mess. I'm not going to turn around and show you the bath and tiling things that are happening. And lastly, we have my English ivy, which I really wanted to get to put here because I think if it can fall down here, that would look really nice. So I am super happy with this one as well. I want to say that that concludes my plants for this place, but that would be a lie because I don't know if I'm going to get more plants. I just like the way that plants make me feel. They make a room feel lovely and not warmer, but like just more natural. I don't know what I'm saying. I love plants. I've been talking for way too long. I'm going to stop this now. But this helps my bedroom a little bit out there because it was feeling a little bit cold in here. I know I've got a blue wall. I know that that's going to be colder, but I thought I would offset it with the yellows, but I've got this like tapestry here now, so that should make it a bit better. Generally just trying to work it out in here. Do you see what I mean about the white bed? It's got a wooden top bit, but there's a lot of white in here. I need to work it out. I will be doing a flat tour properly soon, I promise, at some point when the bathroom's done, because the bathrooms are disgusting at the moment and just no. So I'm going to go and eat lunch and stop tripping over my own words. Goodbye. I am a mess today. I have just felt so tired all day. I woke up with a headache because I went to bed late and keep waking up in the night. And here's my logic. I obviously now live alone, whereas before when I lived at home, if for whatever reason I slept over or past my alarm, or like I turned my alarm off without realising I went back to sleep, I know that my mum would probably get to a certain point and think, why haven't I seen Beth yet? She's going to be late for work. And she would just knock on my door. I just know that that would happen, as I'm sure would happen in most homes when someone else is living there. However, now I live alone, I am in constant fear that I'm going to somehow sleep through my alarm because I now use Alexa for my alarm, which is very handy, and I really like it because it ties everything in together. However, I used to use my phone and I put it on the other side of the room, so I had to get up to turn it off. I know I could just keep using my phone, but I like to completely separate from my phone in the evenings and mornings, and I don't want to have that connection with my alarm. So I'm still using my Alexa as not to completely distract myself quite as soon as I wake up. I like to have like a good 20 minutes free before I check my phone. And I just feel like I'm gonna miss it. So I think what my body is doing is waking me up throughout the night, because I think, oh my God, I've slept through my alarm, slept through my alarm. So I keep waking up, and it's happened like the last 3 nights in a row, every hour, which is really annoying. So I need to just somehow get out of that habit. But yeah, so this morning I woke up feeling really, really tired. I just did not think I was going to put any effort into my appearance, but I've got my cool avid reader jumper on from Joni Clothing that I very much like, and I like that it's getting to the kind of colder seasons now, so I can wear this kind of stuff again. I'm sat with my blanket, I'm watching Black Books, which I am obsessed with. It's a 90s, I think, no, noughties, early noughties comedy. It's just very funny. It's about a guy that runs a bookshop, a guy that works with him, and the woman that runs the shop next door. It's really, really funny. It's got Bill Bailey, Tamsin Gregg, and I don't know the name of the other guy that's in it, the main guy. I don't know his actor's name, but he's a great comedian as well. It's very good fun. So watching that at the moment after work, and I'm going around to my friends in a little bit for dinner, which will be really nice. I realised as I was texting her about what we were going to have for dinner, I've had pasta for about like the last 7 nights in different forms, but I didn't realise I'd done that because I got a HelloFresh box for the first time this week, and it was all pasta dishes this week, because you can kind of pick from a selection, and the ones that I had to eat this week, because the sell-by dates, are all pasta dishes. So I'm like, oh no. So we're having burgers, and I'm going to bring over some kind of sweet treat, which will be nice. And I'm just going to read a little bit of Mexican Gothic before I have to leave now, because I'm leaving fairly soon. And that's my evening pretty much. Then I'm going to come home and chill, because I had such a late night yesterday that I want to relax and be completely ready for bed before I need to be. So I'm absolutely ready to chill. But my ensuite bathroom gets ripped out on Friday because I'm getting it completely renovated. The main bathroom is being done as well. However, the bath has been done in that bathroom already, and the shower door and things, because it was all broken and rotted and horrible. So that's been done so that I can use that shower whilst they rip out the other one. And then I'm getting a new sink in that bathroom as well, new flooring. There's basically all the bathrooms are changing bar the toilets, and I'm having the ensuite retiled, and they're coming to rip it out on their days Friday. They're coming to rip it out on Friday, and I'm just like, okay. So that's my week updates. It's not really reading updates, is it? But I was also listening to Lord of the Rings on my lunch break because I was playing some Animal Crossing, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I love how whimsical it feels and familiar, yet not too familiar that it's boring. So it's definitely capturing my attention, and I'm excited to keep going with it. So I'm going to go and watch a bit of Black Books and then leave to buy some food and eat some burgers. Good morning and happy Friday. It is nearly the weekend. One more working day to get through, and it's a working on the sofa day with Black Books in the background, getting all the Friday tasks done. But it is 10 to 8 on Friday morning, and I'm about to go sit and read Mexican Gothic, which I did yesterday, and I'm obsessed with. I need to finish it. I've got like 70 pages left, and I'm just like, what's gonna happen? It's really, really good as a Gothic horror. It just seems to fit into the genre so well. I've seen people saying it's slow, but Gothic horror is slower. That is the nature of the genre. So as a piece of that genre, I just think it's working fantastically, and I am hooked, and I need to find out what happens. There is some very much weird things going on. There is a lot of strange things. There is, if you're thinking of reading it, there is like implications of rape at the moment. So that goes along with it as a trigger warning, and also incestuous themes running through it as well. But it's definitely very interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. But today, something weird's happening. Well, it's not weird, but I am having my bathrooms redone, and today my ensuite gets ripped out, and for some reason that makes me feel quite anxious, because they have to walk the stuff through the ensuite, which is in front of me now, through my room, through the hall to the front door. And that worries me, because I just don't want anything to get damaged, and I'm just feeling a little bit about it. And then the tiler comes next week to retile it, and then the new bathroom gets put back in. So I've got to use my main bathroom at the moment, which is also not finished, but is like going to be the more accessible of the two. But I thought I would show you what the bathroom looks like now, and then I can show you what it looks like later in like 2 weeks' time when it's actually finally done. So this is the hideous before. The yellow is the colour I've painted it. Some people hate it, I like it. The toilet is staying, the colour is staying, and then the shelving is staying, but I've emptied it at the moment because obviously don't want my stuff in it whilst I renovate. So teeny little ensuite, but everything is coming out. It's being completely redone, apart from that shelf, that, the colour, and the toilet, because there's nothing wrong with the toilet. The flooring I cannot wait to go because it's got like this stain, which is apparently from heat from the floor below. And just this, oh my god, so much is, oh, it's just gonna be great. So, dreading it, but very excited for the end result. So I'm up bright and early waiting for the plumber to arrive, although I would have been up anyway because I start work at 8:30, but I'm going to go sit and read Mexican Gothic. Had a really nice night yesterday. Lily came over and we cooked some dinner. I did one of my HelloFresh boxes and it wasn't a complete disaster, insert photo here. And I had a really nice night, so that was good. And then I read a little bit more. So that was a really nice evening and I'm looking forward to the weekend. So happy Friday. And I'll catch up with you later or tomorrow, depending on how my day goes, because I don't really want to be vlogging whilst the plumbers are here because I'm an awkward bean. Hello, it's Saturday and I have finished a book. Last night I finished the very fantastic Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is completely true to the Gothic horror genre. It is a haunted house, slightly paranormally, not really a romance, but there's some sort of thread in there like that along the side. Yeah, okay, I'll take that back. There is a romancy type thread through it. And I absolutely adored this. The fact that it is set in the 50s in Mexico as well, I don't believe is a time period or setting I have read much about, so it was really interesting to read about that as well. But I adored our main character. I loved the way that the story and the plot unfolded, and I just had a really good time reading this, and I think for October as well this was absolutely spot on. So I ran it through Corpal last night and it came out as 4 stars, which I think is pretty accurate to the way I was feeling. I have seen a few people not like this, and I think maybe some people have said it's too slow, but I think it is a slower book. However, that is what Gothic is all about. So for me, really enjoyed it. Then I think I'm going to go on to reading Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. This is a classic Gothic lit. Again, you can see the theme I'm going through. I think I am going to be starting this. I've got my bookmark in it ready. I read a page last night, but I finished Mexican Gothic at like 1:30 in the morning, so I wasn't really in the zone to read again. But I really wanted to give this one a go because I have watched Hitchcock's film adaptation of it, which is a black and white, spooky, haunted house kind of adaptation of the book, which is obviously also the plot of the book. But I want to watch the Lily James version of this film because I'm seeing so many mixed things. Some people are hating it, some people are loving it. And I am intrigued to see why people are hating it, because I remember Hitchcock's film being very slow. The pacing was really slow throughout the whole thing. And again, as I just said, with Mexican Gothic, slow pacing is a Gothic horror feature, really. If you look at the classic Gothic horror novels, Northanger Abbey, Frankenstein, it's slower in its pacing, and that is why they stretch out to be so thrilling in the end and so like intense with the kind of feeling of spookiness. So I'm okay if the film is slower because I just really am excited to see this adaptation. I also love Lily James. Really excited to read this. I bought this recently in a charity shop because it was in such good nick that I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have that. It was, how much was it? £1.50. Excellent. So I'm gonna read this. I was intending to go into town today and sit in a cafe and do some reading. However, it is absolutely tipping it down and I would have walked to town. I don't really want to drive because I'm so close, it seemed pointless to drive. But I needed to go to the bank and I wanted to sit and read. My dad is actually coming down to see me at 2 because he hasn't seen the flat at all yet. So I didn't really want to be rushed because it's 1 now and it's horrible weather out, so no, not gonna do that. Might do that tomorrow instead. Was quite looking forward to it, which is a shame, but I just don't want to get completely drenched because I had to do a couple of brand photos this morning, so I had to do my hair and makeup all nice, and then I ended up using the photo that is not using my face and covering my face in the book, so that's great. But anyway, I'm really excited to start. I might start it now whilst I'm waiting for my dad because I've got to have some lunch. I've also been watching loads of Community because I've been obsessed with Black Books and I've only got 3 episodes left of Black Books and I didn't want to finish it yesterday, so I've been savouring it. but really enjoying watching Community as well, which is kind of like the American answer to Fresh Meat almost. It's basically 7, I think, community college students ranging in ages, and just it's really funny. It's just good. It's 25 to 20 minutes an episode and it's just funny. So if you need a good TV show that's on Netflix, Community. I'm gonna go and get some lunch and read. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading vlog so far. I feel like I film more at the start of the week than I have towards the end of the week because it's got a bit busier for me, but a new read. I'm also still listening to Lord of the Rings on audio, The Fellowship of the Ring, and really enjoying it. I just really need to get a move on with that because it's nearly the end of the month and I really need to finish it for the live show. Hello, I'm here for an update on Saturday because I'm definitely going to forget to do this later. But my dad just left, he was here for the afternoon, which was really, really lovely. And we just had a really nice chat, sat down on my very comfy sofa and chatted. It was pretty rainy outside, so it felt quite nice and cosy to be inside. And he bought me some really lovely flowers that I want to show you just to commemorate the flowers because they're just beautiful. I haven't had any flowers since I've been in this flat to put in this vase, so I'm very excited. How stunning are these? It is roses and lilies, and there's also some like foliage bits, and he bought me this lovely orchid as well, so obviously we know that that is going towards my amazing plant obsession because orchids are just stunning. But oh, they're so beautiful. I love flowers. I wish they would stay alive for absolutely ever. But I love how full this bouquet is because normally in here I have like a really small couple of roses or something, so that to fill the whole thing. Anyway, just revel in my flower excitement and my plant excitement because orchid. But yes, so that was a really nice way to spend my afternoon. We ate jelly babies and we chatted and I gave him a little tour of the flat, which was nice. I just love walking people around because it just makes me feel really like proud. This is my space. I think everyone expects it to still be full of boxes and stuff, and I'm like, look at it. And all the books, like we were talking about how having all the books makes it look so nice because it balances out the colour, but also like it shows people what you're interested in and stuff. So yeah, that makes me happy. I really love that. Speaking of books, I started Rebecca whilst I was waiting for my dad to arrive, and I'm about 3 chapters in, so really not very far because the chapter's quite short, but I'm enjoying it so far. As I read it more, I'm remembering the film a lot more, and obviously I would prefer not to remember the film too much because I can remember how the ending goes, which is annoying, but I'm hoping that doesn't hinder my enjoyment of it. It's definitely more fanciful in the writing. It's not too fancy or anything though, so I am enjoying that. Obviously, finished Mexican Gothic earlier this week. That has been my reading week. I'm still getting back into it from having time off for moving and stuff, but I am getting there, and obviously listening to Lord of the Rings via audiobook for the Tolkien along. So, without further ado, I'm going to wrap up this reading vlog because I'm going to go make some dinner, which is going to be some kind of teriyaki tofu business. Not quite sure yet what that's going to look like. Me acting like I can cook when actually it's a HelloFresh box. But thank you guys so much for watching this week's reading vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've definitely felt a lot better this week. I talked about mental health I think last week and how I was feeling a little bit down in the mornings and stuff, and just generally how it was quite lonely. But I've had so much on this week. I've had something on every day pretty much, and that has been really good because that has kind of fueled me and given me the energy to continue with the rest of the week, because I am extroverted and the definition of that is that you get your energy from other people. So that's been making me feel better. But for now I'm going to go make my dinner, watch the last like 2 episodes of Black Books, and just enjoy the rest of my evening. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up or comment down below, or you can subscribe to see more of my face on your feed. And as another reminder, there will be a complete flat tour coming once the flat is complete, which might be in about a month, I think, because the kitchen, we've now got more of a timeline for that, so that should be being done in 2 to 3 weeks. So it's getting there. Oh, actually, hang on. Before I completely say goodbye to you, I better just show you the inside of the bathroom, because I showed you yesterday that I was going to get the bathroom redone, and it is it's quite a mess because they took off all the tiling, they've taken out the sink that was there, the radiator, and the shower, and they had to re-plasterboard because it got ripped out because the old people before didn't tile it properly. So, yay! So that's great fun. I'm really glad that that has been such a big job than we expected. But anyway, yes, what I said before, subscribe, etc., all of those things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep smiling and stay positive.